afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Mod Driven. Today, I wanted to talk about what I'm doing with the Mercedes, and specifically the process that I'm using, which I think is the easiest, best way to do it, and that can be good and bad, to trade off a car and pick up something else, which I am doing. I made a video the other day. I was talking about there's something that I'm looking for, which I think I found, that I'm gonna trade out the Mercedes for because it's time. I've done everything that I think I want to do with this car so that I don't ruin it and make the value go down, right? So we do have something else that we're gonna look for. But before I get into that real quick, I've had a couple of questions, so I thought I'd answer real quick about the lift back there. That is a home, at least I'm using it as a home garage lift. It's made by Nationwide, and it has an 8,000 pound capacity. Very simple to use. Of course, right now I'm using it for storing extra parts. I need to sell those, by the way. But anyway, it's very simple to use. Really no maintenance other than valves. I've had to replace the valve that raises and lowers the lift about 2 or 3 times now. It's the only ding I can give to the lift. Otherwise, it works really, really well. Anyway, I just wanted to kind of address that a little bit. People have asked me about it, who makes it, and what its capacity is, that kind of thing. One other thing I want to mention, I do have I think it's about 14, 13 something foot ceilings. So in order to fit something on top, and I can fit the Tacoma up there, another car up there, even the other Jeep up there if I want to. So it gives me great flexibility to be able to work on things when I need to be underneath, like exhausts, and to be able to store vehicles like during hurricane season, should something like that happen. But let's get to the main topic of the video, and that is trading off the Mercedes-Benz. You know, CarMax is awesome. I love that company. You know, they make it so simple. There's no haggling, which that's kind of a drag. It's always fun to go in and kind of barter and dicker around with the pricing and stuff. But you know what the price is when you go in. By the way, I'll tell you something, a little thing I found out about CarMax. When they first get a car in, they price it higher, the out-the-door price. After it's there for a week or two, you'll notice, if you pay attention, the price starts to drop a little bit. And I believe, and I've never researched it this far, but I believe the price continues to drop the longer the vehicle sits there. Because obviously, they're in the business of turning vehicles. And if it's overpriced, they're not gonna sell it. So they keep lowering it a little bit until they get to a price that either they can't go below or someone is willing to pay. But anyway, it's so simple. If you're not familiar with CarMax, and by the way, I am not sponsored by CarMax, although I'm not opposed. You CarMax guys, email me. But it's so easy. You can look online, find what you want. You can even do the whole deal online. I mean, you can set everything up, go in there and basically pick it up. If you have a trade-in, and recently, and I think it's because of the great pandemic, you can go in and value what your current vehicle is. So that when you go in, you have an idea of what you're gonna get for it, as long as you're honest in the information that you provide, right? I mean, don't go into their system and say it's a perfect car with no rust and no dents and nothing wrong with it when it's been totaled because of flood damage and there's a big gaping hole in the side of it. I mean, obviously, you've not been honest. But anyway, as long as you put the right information in, you know when you go in. Now, the process, they're still gonna appraise it. They're gonna go out, look at it, and hopefully give you more. Maybe something happened and now that car's worth more money. I think their offer online, I know the offer when you go in, unless something's changed, was good for a week. So you can go in and get it appraised. You don't have to do anything right then. Go back as long as it's within a week and they'll honor that appraisal. Again, assuming you haven't done something to alter, damage the car. So you go in, drop off your new one. They do all the paperwork. They offer financing and all that stuff if you need it. They also offer extended warranties. On this vehicle that I'm looking at right now, they offered me a bunch of different tiers, and it's all based on deductible. 50 bucks, 100 bucks, 200, 300, whatever it is. And of course, the price decreases a little bit depending on how big of a deductible you go for. For me, I never buy extra warranty or extended warranty or any of that kind of thing because frankly, I believe it's just a racket. If you're buying a good car and it's solid, particularly if it has factory warranty left, you don't really need an extended warranty. And they're not cheap. They're anywhere, I think, from $1,100 or $1,200 higher, depending on what the car is and what kind of a deductible you choose. So it's very simple. Go in, get your car appraised, pick one that you want. Now, if it's not there, you'll have to excuse the noise. The neighbors are doing some kind of construction. I don't know. It's always noisy here, whether it's blowers or construction or dogs barking. It's always something, right? But anyway, if you find a vehicle that's at a different CarMax, a different location, you do have the option of having it shipped in for you. Now, that doesn't mean you're committed. If you go in and look at it once it arrives and you don't like it, you're not committed to take it. But you are committed to pay the shipping cost to get it there. But you know that up front. You know what it's going to cost. It's up to you. It can be anywhere from, I think the lowest I've ever seen is free if it's in the same general location, on up to maybe close to a couple of grand, depending on how far away it is. I mean, if you're in California and you're shipping a car from, I don't know, Connecticut, it's going to cost you a lot more money to get it there, which makes sense. The shipping costs are higher. So anyway, I just wanted to get on here, talk about that a little bit, because CarMax is so awesome to work with. Again, this is probably my 5th or 6th, maybe 7th car that I bought from them. So I've had a lot of experience. Now, as far as what I have coming, I'm not going to tell you exactly what it is because it's a YouTube channel. We have to have this grand announcement, right? But I will give you a little bit of detail. I'll give you a couple of hints. 1, it is a 2-door. It's a coupe. 2, it is a manual transmission. It's a 6-speed. So I don't know if that tells you what it is. I know there's a lot of possibilities, but it'll give you something to guess at. And leave a comment down below. I'd be very curious to hear what you guys think it is that I'm replacing the Mercedes-Benz with. Also, real quick, I do have 2 additional channels. Rob Motive, all about the Toyota Tacoma. And if you're not familiar with that channel, it's the flagship channel for me. Lots of mods, opinions, experiences, information, news, all kinds of stuff over on that channel about the Tacoma. And Rob Motive JT, all about the Jeep Gladiator. Same kind of thing, lots of mods and stuff and how the truck is doing and what I think of it. Check them out, and if you're interested, why not subscribe? And while you're at it, smash the subscribe button here too. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.